Hey guys, I wanted to go ahead and update you on what is happening with our frozen embryo transfer that is going to happen in February. I had an appointment December 31st for my trial transfer, and that's where they do an ultrasound on your belly so that your uterus shows up on the screen, and then they put a catheter in there just as they would at the actual transfer day, and they kind of measure and see where the best place to put the embryo in would be for highest chances of implantation. So that was fine, it went well. However, my bladder wasn't as full as it should have been. Apparently I drank the water a little too early, so they were really busy. She said for the actual transfer day, I need to make sure my bladder is very full, because by your bladder being full, it pushes down on your uterus to go closer to the cervix more, so that they aren't having to poke or work so hard to get it in, and less irritation for better success. So she said we're gonna go ahead and do it, and because of my bladder not being so full and making it easy and pushing my uterus down, it actually hurt a little bit. She wasn't the most gentle, and it did not feel very good, but it was really quick and fast. That was all that happened that day. Those are all the tests as of right now that I know of that I need prior to my natural transfer. I have got in contact with the clinic where my embryos are at, which is the original clinic I went through for my egg retrieval and to conceive the twins. That is in SRM in Seattle, and I've contacted them. I filled out my consent forms, both Jeff and I. We got them notarized and we mailed them last week, and they haven't received them yet. It is across country, and it was holiday and then weekend, so I'm assuming they should be getting them any day now. The next thing that I had to try to arrange was shipping costs and how to get them shipped. SRM didn't have a tank to use. My clinic said that it was a $300 charge to rent their tank, and then I would have to pay for shipping from Pennsylvania to Seattle, then from Seattle to Pennsylvania. I have no idea what that would have cost, but SRM recommended a company where you can use their tank and the shipping is all through them, and that was called Cryoport. And so I contacted them on the phone last week, or no, just 2 days ago, I guess. I contacted them on Monday regarding the whole situation, and they said it's no problem. It's a $450 fee. That's for everything though, that's for shipping. The way that it works is they ship their tank with the nitrogen in it to SRM overnight, then SRM puts the embryos in, tops off the nitrogen, and then that ships overnight from SRM across country to Pennsylvania, and then my clinic here ships the tank back to Cryoport, wherever that may be. I don't know where they're based out of. So the $150 fee is all-inclusive for all of that. So it could have been way worse. I will say the whole shipping of the embryo process is way more than I anticipated or thought, because it's the $450 from Cryoport, and then it's $125 handling fee from SRM, which that in itself I think is kind of silly, considering that we use them for all the other services, so I wouldn't have thought that they would have charged us, but it is what it is. It's a business, that's how it works, so I understand that. So all in all, it is $575 total for shipping and transporting of the embryos. So now what I need to do is I have to fill out the paperwork from Cryoport. They just email them to me, and that's for my credit card information to pay for it, and the information of the clinics of where they are going. Then once they receive my paperwork, they will contact SRM and the process will start. So I plan on doing that either this week or next week. Thinking about waiting till next week when it's payday again, just because it's, like I said, a bigger amount than I anticipated. Either way, it's only a 3-day process, and our transfer wouldn't be till like mid-February-ish. So that's where we're at with that. As far as SRM goes, like I said, waiting for them to receive my paperwork, and then I have to call and pay them their $125 fee, which I plan on doing this week. So that's where I'm at right now. The only other thing I'm waiting for is the paperwork from the clinic here that says like the breakdown of the costs of the whole procedure, and then I don't know if they'll send me a calendar in the mail or what's going to happen. I guess I should have asked more questions at the appointment because of this being a new clinic. I'm not sure how they work, so I'm kind of just at a standstill right now. I don't know if they're waiting for the embryos to get there or what's going to happen. They didn't mention that I needed any blood tests or ultrasounds before my next period or before the transfer, so I'm not sure. This is all a blur to me as far as I cannot remember exactly what we did for the twins because it's been quite some time. I didn't document it, so it's not like I can look back on it. So all I know is right now I am cycling for January, sorry, TMI, and then based on, since I've weaned and stopped breastfeeding, I am back on track. So it was 29 days from my last period to this period. So if I guess around 28 to 29 days, which is typically what my body does for my next period, then it will be like February 2nd-ish that I'll be getting it. Then I believe I'm supposed to start ovulation predictor sticks testing on day 8. That's what SRM did. Again, see, I want to confirm with them what they want me to do, so I'm kind of in limbo. Like I said, I'm sure that they're going to mail me like a calendar or a to-do of what I'm supposed to do, when I'm supposed to call, but through SRM, day 8, I started the ovulation predictor test. When I got a positive, I called them, and then 5 days later was my transfer because they are 5-day embryos, so that's of course when they would transfer them into my uterus. So that's everything that's going on. It's pretty simple process this time around. It's kind of crazy weird because when I did IVF, the whole process, and we did the egg retrieval, so there was all the meds and protocol for that, and then we did a fresh cycle transfer with 1 embryo, and then I miscarried. It was chemical pregnancy, so then we did, next month we did a frozen transfer, and so it was like boom 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 boom, and it was a lot of new stuff and new information happened so fast. So now this time around there's not any of that. It's just the simple process of a natural transfer, so that is nice. I'm kind of nervous, excited, just the unknowing because it is a new clinic. Obviously, kind of feelings and emotions are coming back, like from when I was going through the whole process with trying to conceive the twins, or just conceive period. Just it's stressful, you know. It's not like you're trying to get pregnant naturally and you get a positive, you know, the day you're putting it in, and you're hoping for a successful transfer, you're hoping for the embryo or embryos to implant and for it to be a successful, healthy pregnancy. So that's where I'm at. I'm super excited that we're on this journey. I'm super excited that I can't believe it's next month that we'll be doing the transfer. I really, 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 really hope that it works and that it takes, and that it is a healthy, strong embryo that just latches onto my uterus and grows into a beautiful baby, because I'm ready. We are ready to grow our family and to have baby number 3. I think Sydney and Tristan are going to be such good big brother and big sisters. So, I'm getting emotional because I just want it to work, and this is so emotional. The roller coaster of trying to conceive is very emotional. Like I said, it's so different. I mean, I don't know what it's like to try to get pregnant or to get pregnant naturally, because it just doesn't work for Jeff and I. We have to go this route to get pregnant, and it's just, you put so much into it, and just emotionally it's an investment, financially it's an investment, and sorry, I'm torn because we have 2 embryos, and so part of me is like, okay, do we put both of them in just to make sure that they will take, even though I know in my head putting 1 or putting 2 isn't going to increase my chances. If it's going to implant, it's going to implant. However, it's just, like I said, it's such an emotional and financial toll to go through this process. However, you know, I am set, and Jeff and I have talked about it. I'm just putting 1 in because we want to give all of our kids as much as we can, and, you know, travel and see things and do things, and, you know, we want to have them in classes, and, you know, we want to give them lots of love and attention, and And I'm just scared that if we put 2 in, what if one splits or both split? Or I don't want to take away from the twins. I don't want to take away from them. I don't want it to be financially harder. I don't want the attention to be taken away because we have so many. I just know that if we were to have 3 or 4, that would be crazy hard and make life very, very different. Not that they wouldn't be blessings, I just think it would be way harder. So I feel like if we put 1 in, then we're good with 1, and if it splits and we have 2, that's still manageable. The reason not putting 2 in, I'm scared that it would go to 3 or 4, and that would be really, really hard. Jeff works and he fully supports me and the babes, and so if I was pregnant with 3 or 4, I mean, all that entails, I'm sure bed rest, we just financially couldn't do that. So we are sticking with 1 embryo. I am very positive and hopeful that this will work and that God will watch over us and help us make this little miracle so that our family can grow. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with me? I'm gonna blame this on my period. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel to continue watching our journey. See you for my next video, guys. Bye.